Springfield. The project shows how creative funding and strong partnerships across federal, state, and local governments and the private sector can result in new and better housing options, better neighborhoods, a topic that I want to speak with you about this afternoon. Long before this pandemic, housing was at the top of our list. We introduced our Housing Choice Initiative in 2017 with the goal of creating 135,000 new units of housing by 2025 because we knew we were in a housing crisis. The virus has shown us how important stable housing is to staying safe, socially distancing, and continuing to work from home and teach our children. Studies continue to show that in places where there is overcrowded housing, in many of our gateway cities with large immigrant and low-income households, we can expect to find high rates of COVID-19. And all of this is on top of where we already were with the housing crunch of the past few decades. Since 2000, our population has grown by more than 500,000 people, but new housing production per year has fallen to half the 1960s to 1980s levels. The implications for our state, the entire state, from the lack of available and affordable housing for current and future residents is clear. Our low and moderate income residents are under increasing stress, and our companies are finding it difficult to retain or grow their workforce, something that will be critically important as we move through economic recovery. For many low-income households, the lack of affordable housing will continue to be an obstacle in itself to benefit from the recovery that will come. That's why our administration's work to increase investments in traditionally affordable housing and in workforce housing for middle-income families. And since 2015, we've injected more than $1.1 billion into the affordable housing ecosystem and have created new programs to meet varied needs of cities and towns along the way. We've advocated for zoning reforms that will foster more production and promote equitable access to opportunity while respecting the local decision-making process. To the legislators attending today, I want to thank you for your partnership in helping us move the housing choice legislation forward, and I hope they're going to be able to sign it sometime soon. The state offers an array of programs around housing and economic development, and Mayor Sarno and his team have done a great job layering these state resources. Since 2015, we've supported the preservation and production of roughly 1,000 units just in the city of Springfield and many more throughout the region. And the state has seen new market rate housing, some of which we've supported through HDIP. You're making Springfield a great place to live, work, raise a family, and thrive. And while we recognize that we must empower the construction of really all types of housing across a diverse spectrum of incomes and demographics, we know there continues to be a deep need for truly affordable housing. Normally, we would have made this announcement outside with developers, legislators, local officials, and advocates. But nevertheless, today, I'm thrilled to announce that we're awarding nearly $105.7 million in direct subsidies and $52.8 million in tax credit allocations to advance the production and preservation of nearly 2,500 rental units, including more than 2,100 affordable units. Though we're publicly announcing these awards today, developers were notified back in June so that the construction process could continue to move forward. The 30 projects receiving state and federal support are located in every region of the Commonwealth and include new construction, historic rehabilitation, and the preservation of occupied units in need of rehabilitation. Here in Springfield, there are two projects that we're pleased to back. First, Beacon Communities is rehabilitating 346 units at the Bay State Place Apartments, including 35 units for extremely low-income households. DHCD tax credits and subsidies will team up with funding from the city to help make this preservation project possible. The other is an adaptive reuse project at the former Elias Brookings School, sponsored by the nonprofit Home City Development. When completed, the former school, severely damaged 9 years ago by the tornado, will offer 42 total units for families. Again, DHCD and the City of Springfield will partner to bring these new units online. Now, since 2015, our Affordable Rental Housing Awards have helped produce and preserve just about 10,000 housing units. Considering that the costs of construction continue to rise, that number is really a testament to the creativity and commitment of our many nonprofit and for-profit developer partners. During the last few months, I've missed the opportunity to talk personally with those that have made the projects possible and meet the families that are moving in. Because as we all know, housing is much more than just a place to sleep. It's stability, community, and the foundation for unlimited potential. And as we've seen this year, it is healthcare and it is a classroom. Last week, we announced a comprehensive eviction diversion program to keep people that have faced hardships due to COVID-19 in their homes. We must continue to watch out for and lift up the most vulnerable in all of our communities. I'm honored to be able to help our families attain that, and I'm proud to be a partner with so many of you in this audience to make so many dreams come true. Thank you.